attack it.
I will.
It is a good.
It's really not. Dude, I learned about that about myself pretty early on.
Death and Taxes on the left, that would be Henry, I believe, making their 90s MTG debut. And then on the right, we have Herman with Jeskai. Turn 1 Tamio.
Let me grind it out for like a couple weeks.
Prismatic Vista.
Finally, I got like, or last match. Finally gonna get there. Let me play. Get there. I'll feel nothing.
So Prismatic Vista cracked on turn 1 here for Henry, who's been playing Taxes recently and doing pretty well with it. Basic Swamp. I don't know if the player sat down knowing what the others were, what the other was playing. It sounds like a Thoughtseize been announced. Herman doesn't even need to see it. Reveals the hand very nicely. 2 Flame of Honor, Thundertrap Trainer, Ponder, and a Scalding Tarn revealed. So it's pretty clear what Herman is up to, the Jeskai Wizards control deck.
Actually,
Yes.
no, I didn't roll. I mean, yeah.
The dog with a great question, is Jeskai back? You know, Jeskai is back, but it's not viable, I'm hearing.
I still take the trainer.
We had a good run.
That's a go.
Is control viable, chat? Can someone check? All right, there's the brainstorm. Darth saying depends if lands is control. We still are okay. We're still not sure if lands is control or if it's prison or if it's both. We just don't know. We got to figure it out. Here's Tamio flipped over. Whoa.
And pass the turn.
Herman got so excited he spilled the dice all over. So Herman has a clue, a Tamio Planeswalker. Henry plays a Plains and passes the turn.
I'll play a Plains as well. I will also plus Tamio and pass.
Tamio up to 6. That damn ultimate, right, everybody? Bowmaster. Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Unfortunately for Herman, the only way to beat a Bowmaster is with your own Bowmaster, right, everybody? You should see what these people write on Reddit. So for anyone that hasn't really thought this through, the Orcish Bowmaster ability is pretty good against the Tamio Ultimate. Kind of shuts it off.
I didn't want to say anything, but bro, you're cool.
Jerry says it's a proven fact. Yeah, exactly.
I'll draw 2 cards.
Sure.
All right, Flame of Honor in response to Bowmaster to draw 2 cards. Might as well get that out of the way. Ooh, found the Force. Force pitching Ponder, stopping the Bowmaster.
The good thing is you're in blue, so you can.
So Tamio remains at 6 loyalty. Henry plays a Wasteland, nothing to do with it yet. Both players with a couple of basic lands in play. Passing the turn. Henry maybe still with some instant speed plays available.
Plus Tamio.
Tamio gets up to 8 loyalty. The ultimate is -7. End step Felia, okay. It's possible that Herman can deal with a Felia.
Snap caster mage.
Yes.
Target brainstorm.
Snapcaster Brainstorm, Iskra Benaventura, thank you for a tier 3 sub for 3 months. 7 months as a sub. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Joining the leadership of the 90s MTG community with a tier 3 sub. Thank you so much.
Fellia's fine.
That's a goal.
All right, Felia has resolved. Let's see what Henry can do with this thing. It can attack Tamio, which is a start. Tamio currently at 8 loyalty. The ultimate is -7.
Correct. Mesa.
Arid Mesa correct here. Thank you again, Iskra.
Don't forget to cross things out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if it Lord getting a little bit ahead of us here. If Felia blinks the Tamio, it will go back to the front side.
Attack with Felia. Target Tammy with the trigger.
Yeah, Henry's in good shape. Blinks the Tamio. Nicely done by Henry.
I'll block.
Snapcaster's going to block, though. Felia might be on its way out.
Sure. Second.
Containment Priest would be funny. All right, Tamio comes back. Tamio will have to start over. The dog dies in combat.
Combat.
I probably should have pointed out the Felia play. Maybe I overthink things. I try to kind of let people figure stuff out without me explaining everything.
Hold on, does it get?
I think that makes it more fun, chat.
I'll try and work.
But this time, maybe I should have pointed out. All right, here's Bowmaster. Another Bowmaster. Not bad. Henry's had some good solutions to problems in this match so far. Herman's the one presenting the threats, it seems.
Yeah, actually, I do remember that. I didn't play against
Okay, hard casting Force of Will, countering the Bowmaster. So 2 Bowmasters have been stopped. Thoughtseize reveals the Flame of Honor, which we knew about, and the prismatic vista. Can't talk today.
Skyclave apparition. Target Tammy.
Skyclave Apparition. This card is a favorite of mine. From cards from recent years. I know it's a couple of years old now, but I really like Skyclave Apparition. Great addition to Legacy. Another great addition to Legacy that probably doesn't make the list of everyone's favorite 100 Legacy cards is Astrologian's Planisphere from Final Fantasy. It is really the only card, I think, from Final Fantasy that has seen much Legacy play. Is there any other card from Final Fantasy, actually, that sees, like, some Legacy play? There might not be. This might be the only one. Unless I'm forgetting something. Oh, there's also Cecil, right? Cecil. And, Yuna? Meh.
I honestly thought it was going to be the second cradle. I didn't expect it to be the mix. I thought it would be the second cradle, and I was like, I'm going to get this
I think Cecil might be kind of on the level with Planisphere. Wow. Great plays here from Henry. Lauren of the Third Path blows up the Planisphere. Herman still has that Pulsoma counter on a hero token. Yeah, the Final Fantasy cards might be more modern power level. A few of them are seeing some modern play that I've seen. Anyway, the Planisphere, really cool. This time, though, it got blown up by Lauren of the Third Path. Another card from, you know, the recent years that I really like for Legacy. Ooh, Corey Steelcutter. Another card I really like. Equipping it to the hero.
3.
Yeah.
No blocks.
That's an attack for 3, no blocks. Darn says Edge of Eternity certainly seems more powerful for Legacy than Final Fantasy. I think I agree with that so far.
Caster Recruiter. Stoneforge Mystic.
Okay.
Okay, Recruiter of the Guard looks for and finds a Stoneforge Mystic. Henry might be preparing to get the offense up and running finally. Stoneforge could do some crazy things. Skyclave will attack. Lauren will stay back on defense. Two cards in hand for Henry. One is unknown. Whoa, a lot of mana. Ah, okay. Thundertrap Trainer with Offspring. Does Herman have the token?
Sorry.
That appears to be the token, chat. Round of applause.
I'll get the Planisphere. And then the original.
Found another Astrologian's Planisphere. And a Corey Steel Cutter. You know, not enough of you respect the game as Herman does.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I hear way too much at the locals. Oh, I was looking for the token, but they didn't have it. You know what? Get your life together.
And Felia.
Ooh, there's Felia. That's going to be pretty good. Hobbs with a question for me was just looking at your 4-color Loam list. I have my list posted in our Discord server. How are you finding it playing so many 1 and 2 ofs? Honestly, it's been working great. My win rate with the deck is approximately 70% is my best estimation. It's been doing well. I'm enjoying it. And, yeah, loaming and zenithing until I win. It's a bit of a wacky build, but it's working. Swords on Felia. Felia's gone. Ryan says I don't keep the tokens from the packs. You know what, Ryan? You do you. You know what? Hobbs asking about salty opponents from me playing Deadpool. I think so far the responses to my Deadpools have been very positive. People kind of enjoying the kind of unusual gameplay. And people have expressed to me that they were impressed with the card. Didn't really, wasn't really on their radar, but yeah, they were impressed.
And 23 and wish for Yuri.
All right, Yurion in hand. Excuse me, along with pre-war formal wear on Henry's side.
Go to the minimum table, which is and then you can place.
Corey Steel Cutter number 2. Planisphere number 2.
Lose one of them, then you get 2 on the other one. So it's better odds.
and then
Higher odds on better odds.
It's one.
Do people enjoy Deadpool more or less than dinosaurs on a spaceship with Soothsayer? I think overall people really like the dinosaurs on a spaceship a lot more.
Yeah.
I think is like
This is
this
6.
is literally
That's
6.
Okay.
People bet, and it lands in that range. The pinball because you usually win, and then
Put.
then you just go up one more from what you did before. So like 10, you lose. 20, you lose 30, and you
Put the Lauren in front of one of the twos and let 4 through.
You want to put it in front of the one that doesn't have trample? These two have trample.
Oh, that makes sense to do. Yeah. Okay.
Sure. So take 4. And we'll
All right, 4 damage gets in. Henry drops to 5. The cutters are starting to break through a little bit here. Unfortunately, Lauren of the third path died in combat. Would have been pretty good with Urion blinking them, but also can get it back with the pre-war formal wear. We're going to see how this plays out.
Think of surveilling.
Henry's going to surveil now. Lauren of the third path could potentially blow up one of these equipments. There's a planisphere in play, equipped to a monk. The other token on Herman's side is a offspring of Thundertrap Trainer. Yeah, potentially this next turn, if Henry finds a land, will be really... Ooh, what was that milled? I didn't get to see that. Maybe a Lion Sash? Arid Mesa gets correct. Found the land. Yeah, Twitch chat agrees it was a Lion Sash. That's not likely to be super important here. Henry knows he needed the land. Finds the land. Let's see, how much mana do we have? Oh, wait, we don't have enough mana for... Oh, okay, so Stoneforge puts Pre-War and Formal Wear into play, then Urion blinks everybody. Yeah, this could be a really big turn for Henry.
Put in firmware.
Yep.
Get back Lauren.
I thought I miscounted for a moment there. All right, Lauren's coming in. Gonna blow up a cutter, which makes sense. Now Urion. Uh-oh.
I will attempt to cast Urion.
Okay.
These are the kind of turns that'll convert people into Death and Taxes players right here. Not sure what that token's... Oh, that's the illusion. All right, so giving Herman a face-down blue sleeve as an illusion token. Now everybody comes back. Days would have been crazy, yeah.
Skyclave targeting the planisphere.
All right, Skyclave took out the planisphere. Lauren blew up a cutter. Pre-war Formalware will bring back a Bowmaster. Ouch! Recruiter's going to trigger here. Stoneforge is going to trigger here. Herman's just doing them one by one.
Did you look at the top?
Do you mind if I shortcut doing the recruiter and the Stoneforge? Yep.
Not taint your...
Looks like maybe Phantom Blade could be found here. Okay, Cauldron complete. That makes sense. Herman is in major trouble.
In there. Cauldron Solitude.
All right, finding a Solitude with Recruiter. Then passing the turn. That is the game. Game 1 goes to Henry. Wow. Yeah, that finding that land on top of the deck. I mean, even without the land, it was likely that Henry was going to win that game with the Urion play, but being able to pre-war Firmware and Urion was just way too much. So turn 1 Tamio for Herman. Caracas will bounce it immediately. So let me ask what you think, Chet. On that turn 1, you're Henry. Your opponent plays Tamio. Do you bounce it immediately with Caracas, or do you wait for them to try to do something with the Tamio, then bounce it? What do you think?
It's a whiff, but I'd rather not throw 4 lands.
Right, get those out of the way.
Go ahead.
Looks like Thundertrap Trainer missed there. Darth says bounce immediately.
Prismatic Vista. Rack Prismatic Vista.
Mike agrees before Brainstorm is available. Makes sense.
There's 2 things.
Darth says if they want to play it next turn and Brainstorm, it means they didn't get any clues. There's a Vial on turn 2 for Henry. It's Numba. Thank you for the sub with Prime. 4 months. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
There's a Core Steel Cutter. Tamio, trigger the cutter. Great start still for Herman.
Pass it?
End step, I'll draw bounce Tamio. Sure. Planes.
Side Norna, thank you for the sub with Prime. 40 months, and wondering is 40 months a lot? You know what? It is a lot. Thanks for sticking with us, Side Norna. Side Norna has been with us since the early days of 90s MTG.
That's Tamio.
Yeah.
Its number says the modern cutter list and the legacy list must be pretty similar apart from the mana base. I honestly don't know what the modern list looks like, but that makes sense. I mean, obviously you don't have Brainstorm, Force of Will, stuff like that, but... All right, here's Felia. It has protection with Caracas. Viola's on 1 right now. We saw Felia kind of save the day in Game 1, stopping the Tamio Ultimate. That was huge in Game 1. Lord with a great question. With EW around the corner, have people been bringing more spice to the locals? You know, there's a lot of talk about, like, EW being around the corner. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm out of my mind. It feels really far away. But people have been bringing spice to the locals. People are trying to figure out this meta, and I think the online legacy community has already decided the metagame is solved and it's going to be reanimator mirrors and all that. But I think there are some people making some breakthroughs. I'll just say that. Here's Overlord of the Belmark.
Flame of Anor. And I'm just choosing mode. I'll choose to draw 2 and deal 5.
Okay, draw 2, trying to kill Felia. Caracas might get used here to save it. Cyanorna says, have you seen Phil and Zach's new format idea? I have not. What's the format idea? 5 words or less.
Bowmaster? Shoot. Tamio?
Draw 2 cards?
Yeah. Try to point the other 2 triggers at Tamio as well.
Okay, a Bowmaster here off Vial leads to the death of Tamio. Good plays here from Henry, not Herman. And now Overlord of the Belmark's trigger will find a Skyclave Apparition, which could get vialed in next turn, potentially. Big play, says Jerry. Cyanorna says Legacy, but all cards have to go through Standard. Yeah, you know what? We've talked about that kind of format on stream a few times. I just find it so uninteresting. I'm bored already. You're not going to allow Baleful Strix? I'm out. All these like heritage and all these other format ideas. I'm bored. I'm completely uninterested.
Yeah.
I'm gonna source the army token.
You're going to ban Flame of Honor in your format? Like, what? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I realized it's cold. I thought I could play that turn, pop it next turn. That's why I was like,
Ooh, humility, chat. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Prowess will trigger. Monk will trigger. And go to combat.
Yeah.
This humility is going to be hard to beat. What could Henry have in the deck to beat humility? Is there anything? Witch Enchanter can't do it. Skyclave Apparition can't do it.
Four. Yep, I'm at
1, 2. So 1, 2.
Wrath of the Skies is in the graveyard right now, but yeah, potentially that could have done it.
I'm sorry, the 2 is...
Prowess triggers. Prowess triggers resolve first. So then the layers have happened, right?
Okay. So that's happened, and then it's a 1/1, but that still applies.
Still
Actually,
gets
did it?
It no longer has prowess.
Yes.
But it still
But
remembers-
it still has the...
Right.
Yeah.
Still remember that got focus.
I don't even have endurance. Forces shut off. I can't.
I'll take 6.
Sure. Go.
Yeah,
All right, Henry takes 6. The prowess triggers from earlier than humility being on the battlefield still stuck around. Got a few extra points of damage in. It's not looking good for Henry here. Okay, Felia getting put into play with the Vile trigger on the stack. Felia has no abilities.
I'm trying to think if I have like a real out to humility in my deck right now. I might be wasting time here.
Do you have actual disenchant?
force to reclaim.
Yeah, it would need to be...
3 there instead of.
And I don't have...
Yeah, I still have endurance.
Yeah, we can go to game 3.
I agree. Let's go to game 3.
I guess...
I've played against Herman a few times and other players as well on control decks like this with Maverick and other decks I was playing, and humility is just game over. I mean, I would rather they Supreme Verdict me than humility. Yeah, humility is just gross. It's not clear to me they tested humility for 1v1, but it did go through standard, so it's exactly the kind of gameplay I'm looking for, you know? Here's a fetch with Aaron Mesa. Azak says if you evoke a pitch elemental with humility in play, you have to sack it. You do not, because the ability, when it enters, if it was evoked, it gets sacrificed, doesn't happen. Or whatever it says. Here's a Thoughtseize. Tameo, Ponder, Cutter, Flame of Honor, and Force of Will. The Cutter will be taken. Plateau and Scalding Tarn are in hand as well. Lord says his humility on the watch list. You know what? It might have to be. J25 says Boomers knew it as Type 2 back then. Yeah, I played Type 2 before it was standard, so I know everything. AKA Wraith pointing out, Chris, you have a very level-headed outlook on Magic for a Magic player, if that makes sense. You know what? Thank you. I'll accept that. I'll accept the compliment. Thank you.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Force pitch force.
Force pitching force on Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic can do some crazy things. Makes sense to force that card without a removal spell available. Rishanen says, if you humility in response to the elemental evoke trigger, do you still have to sack it? I'm not really sure how you'd humility in response. Yeah, I don't know. But let's say dress down in response to the elemental evoke trigger, it would still have to be sacrificed because that ability is on the stack. If I'm understanding your question correctly. Here's Tamiyo plus Brainstorm. Combo. Yeah, Ryan predicting humility will be banned in November. Exactly. Exactly.
Air Mesa, say go.
So Tamiyo currently at 4 loyalty. It is a Planeswalker. We know for a fact Henry has tools to beat this thing. Will Henry find them and use them? Let's see how this goes. Shadowy Backstreet. Surveil. I played Humility a long while back in a standstill control deck that I played in Legacy for a while. This is so long ago. But Humility does lead to some interesting judge situations. Inevitably, you run into like a situation that like not even the judge has seen before, and everybody has to like Google how stuff works. Humility is such a weird card.
Say go.
It's like even weirder than Dress Down because it sets the power and toughness of the creature as well. And it doesn't go away, and it just is a strange card.
Yeah, you got it.
I'll give you an example. Someone uses a sneak attack to put a creature in play with Humility on the board. Sometimes it gets confusing. Emperor of Bones puts a finality counter on. You get the idea. Things get weird. So Flooded Strain gets emptied to the yard. I'll stop talking about Humility. Tamiyo at 3 loyalty. Brainstorm in hand for Herman. Caracas is the play. Nothing further from Henry. Does Henry have instant speed plays? I see a Solitude in hand. Solitude cannot remove a Planeswalker, but could potentially attack for 2 here. Brainstorm in response to Solitude.
Solitude resolves, and then before you untap, I'll just fetch.
Sign owner says Humility plus Opalescence is whatever judges dream of. Yeah, that's the kind of gameplay we're looking for.
Go ahead.
Well, Solitude didn't make it. Tamiyo at 5. It was a Flame of Honor there. Here's a Ponder. No sign of Bowmaster. If you're rooting for Henry here, we need some way to stop Tamiyo. Tamiyo moves up to 7 loyalty. Herman puts a 5 and a 2 on it. Very interesting. Here's another Tamio. Okay, another Solitude. That's not the worst. I think Henry's last card in hand is College of Complete, which we're 2 mana away from. We might not have enough time. Tamio's at 7 loyalty. There's another Tamio available to block as of right now, but Solitude will probably get rid of it. Yeah, potentially if Herman is out of ammo, a Bowmaster in response to the ultimate could be game-winning.
She'll flip, but then I'll just keep this one.
All right, so Tamio dies because it flips into a Planeswalker, legendary rule. Flame of Honor, remove the Solitude. Tamio's at 7 loyalty. Needs to... Ooh, Recruiter. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That was a good draw. We're going to find the Bowmaster. Imagine Henry could found something else. Like, you obviously have to get Bowmaster, but just searches for, like, I don't know, something else.
No.
That would have been kind of funny. Sometimes, like, a major punt is funny, Chad.
Alright, well, I'm going to ultimate.
All right, looks like Herman has the swords, going to ultimate, showing the swords. Bowmaster will be defeated. Henry will be defeated. Jeskai wins. Jeskai is viable. And that's really it. That's really it. Search for another recruiter. Keep your options open. Yeah. Have I ever seen someone recruiter for a recruiter?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Try harder. That card is so bad. I'm sorry. Yo, this is unreal. Legacy.
This is why people do odd or even. Alec on the left with lands. Dimir on the right with... Dave on the right with Dimir. This should be good. Signorna says, I think you are focusing on what cards you can't play rather than what decks are no longer viable because the pitch elementals. You know what? I'm on board with the pitch elementals. Like, anybody trying to ban all the pitch elementals, I'm just not on board. Listen, we all have, like, everyone's mind is like a fingerprint. It thinks differently, and everybody's, like, feelings about what formats should and shouldn't exist and what they should feel like is all basically valid. But for me, personally, I'm out. Standard only, I'm out. Goodbye.
Okay.
Both players kept 7. We are ready to go. Scalding Tarn. Basic Island. And maybe a Ponder?
I had the, like, can you drive this van to Philadelphia?
I did get to like bring all the shit back and forth from Whistle Space on your side.
Signorna says, I'm just for variety, try new things. Yeah, I mean, it can't hurt to try. We're talking about other formats that like could hypothetically exist. Can't hurt to try it. But I'm just not interested in a lot of it.
Yeah.
Sirius with a great question for me. If you didn't play Legacy, what's another format in paper you'd play in 2025? You'd probably find me at Modern tournaments. I am like mildly curious about formats like Dual Commander. I'd probably try that. I have no idea if those events are firing anywhere near me, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, Mox Diamond discards Yavimaya. Here's Exploration. Caracas. Great start for Alec.
Sure. I'll say Wasteland. Okay.
It's good.
Pre-pandemic, like some things changed for me, like as far as my Magic the Gathering habits. Pre and post-pandemic, like pre-pandemic, I had a different schedule where like I couldn't always make it to Legacy, and you know I live like a 10-minute walk from the LGS at that point, and whatever format was firing, whether it was draft. Oh, draft is another one. I would probably draft like crazy. Draft, modern, pioneer, standard. I played every format. Post-pandemic, after starting this channel and streaming all the time, I just like my bandwidth for other formats shrank down, and I just like Legacy became my focus by default in some way, and now I just focus on Legacy. But that's not like if I had infinite time, that's not necessarily what I would do.
Let's reveal top 4. You keep all the lands.
Yeah, like
Malevolent Rumble happening here.
Rascal in the graveyard, and then I get a spawn.
Oh, I'm thinking of mulch.
Actually, wait, did they
Yeah,
trade?
that's fine.
All right, Malevolent Rumble will resolve. Sinorna says a meltdown would be so hot. Yep. Sriracha said Chris would be playing EDH with Deadpool as commander. Potentially. I honestly don't know.
Loam's in the yard. Yep. Spawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna Spirit Guide, so I can activate Engineer, but second.
Gremlin says Pauper gets to play Brainstorm Dark Ritual. Feels like a really good Legacy replacement. You know, I hear great things about Pauper. Pauper's kind of on the rise. It's you know, firing some events in New York City, getting good turnout, all that stuff. To be honest, again, we're talking about like personal preferences. I don't think people should stop playing Pauper, but I don't know if it's for me. Like I've seen Pauper get played, and I just like I'm kind of not interested.
Did you flash it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Shroud Boy.
Yeah, Alec pointing out in the chat that Dave's list is a little bit more of Dimir Delver. It is. But, I don't know. We're calling it Dimir Tempo, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, there's a Delver on the board. I don't think we're going to see Kaito. I don't think we're going to see some of the cards that you would expect in Dimir Tempo. We're going to let this unfold, and maybe Dave broke the format. Who knows? There's a tendency for a lot of people to, you know, look at deck list results, copy the list of like, you know, whatever is the most recent winning list of a certain archetype. People like Kaplan say to themselves, like, how can I improve this? How can I adjust this to fit my preference for attacking the metagame? You know, I guess what I mean to say is, can't hurt to experiment, change things, prove to yourself that some cards aren't good enough.
I'm gonna say no Spellbound.
Yep.
All right, so the flute is on Spellbomb, the needle is on Wasteland. There's another Goyf. This card's good. Yeah, it turns out Delver's good in Legacy. Azek says, I played Pauper religiously last year, and a lot of games ended up being value grinds between Ichor Wellspring, Monarchs, and whatnot. So I get people that say they don't like it. I don't even know if it's that. I just like, I don't know. I just wouldn't be excited to go play.
Yep.
Plus 2.
Sure.
it's comma with a comment here. There isn't a real close substitution for Legacy. I feel like you can have some decent diversity, but what format can you find a land-based win deck versus a combo control self-mill strategy? Yeah, I mean, each format has its own quirky decks and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like picking your favorite flavor of ice cream or something like that. Like, some people will say things like, what do you mean you don't like chocolate ice cream? And I'm like, I don't even eat ice cream. You know, like, it's a similar thing in a way. Like, I don't have to like what everybody likes, and neither do you. I'll give an example. I'll give another example. Bunch of people in our community, you know, the players we see on the stream, I'm thinking of it because Dave Kaplan plays quite a bit of Vintage, have said to me multiple times, like, Chris, like, you got to try Vintage. It's like Legacy on, you know, but it has a couple of extra powerful cards. You'll love it, whatever. I see Vintage games, and I'm just, like, so uninterested. That's my personal taste. I watch Timeless matches on YouTube. I find that format super interesting. Why is that? I don't know. That's just the way it is. Arena mentioned half the people left. Some of these Legacy people get triggered when I mention Arena. Magic Gremlin says reprint Wasteland and Dark Depths into Standard and make lands viable in Modern. You know what? That might be the worst idea we've seen yet. Here's 7/7 Murktide. Murktide region, everybody. It's on the watch list. They didn't ban it 2 years ago when I asked. I'm a victim. Yep. And for the record, I never asked for it to be banned. So now Alec has a construct. Dredging Loam. Didn't find any lands in the milled cards. Urza's Saga's about to reach another chapter. Chapter 3.
Search? Yeah.
Wasteland and a Ragavan Red and 6 format. Yeah, talking about Modern. Timeless has Red and 6, Ragavan, and Strip Mine. It's looking pretty cool. It also has, and Legacy players are not going to believe this, it has the Mika spawn. It has Oko. It has Luris. Wow. Lava Spur Boots is selected here. Another construct was made. I don't think the Mika spawn even sees any play, actually, in Timeless. I just don't know.
Yep.
That format is super weird.
This is a 7/6.
Anyway, construct's getting ready to go here. Equipped a boots. Swing for a lot. Getting ready to... All right, swinging with one construct. Equipped with the boots. The boots is tapped, which is a violation. Another Goyf will chump.
Two, cast Loam, target Urza Saga. That's good. So just the Urza Saga. Okay.
All right, Loam just gets back Urza Saga. It was the only thing in the trash. Hasn't been able to get any other lands in the yard. Plays Urza Saga again. The token next to the construct, by the way, is an Eldrazi spawn made by Malevolent Rumble, in case anyone's not recognizing that. Gonna move the boots and pass. So Murktide Regent and Delver could attack for 10 here. Put Alec on a one-turn clock, I guess. The crackback is not going to be that threatening. Alec's going to drop to 6. Wasteland, not bad here. It could prevent Maze of Ith from getting in the way. Another Delver is also pretty good with Alec at 6. Even if Murktide is dealt with, could potentially attack for 6 next turn.
2 cards?
Oh, shoot, you're right, Darth. Wasteland is needled. You're right, you're right. Wasteland, excuse me. Urza Saga, Dark Depths milled by Loam. Saga ticks up to 2. Oh, wait a minute here. Yeah, forgot about the needle on Wasteland for a moment. My bad. Alec needs to stop Murktide for sure. All right, gonna attack with the 2 constructs. Bowmaster flashed in. We have some chump blockers. Darth says, I will say this Delver deck looks much better against lands than traditional blue-black tempo. You know, I'm sure that was on Kaplan's mind when thinking about this build for sure. We do have quite a bit of lands at the locals. Sirius says, a Disruptor Flute a regular main deck card in lands these days? That's a good question. I think so. Darth says, yeah. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think so, though. I think they're running some flutes in the main. Pretty important right now in this meta. 1 card on the bottom for Alec. Yeah, lands has to have their defenses up for combo right now.
Saga. Thespian Sage. Cast.
All right, turn 1 Malevolent Rumble. The land is a Thespian Stage for anyone not memorizing all of the Stellar Sights lands yet. Malevolent Rumble, another favorite of mine from 2024 for Legacy.
Does playing like Ghost Rare
All right, Dark Depths is selected. Wasteland and Thespian Stage into the trash along with an expiration. Dark Depths threatening in a early Marit Lage appearance. All right, Wasteland on stage, not bad at all.
Yep.
Dark Depths can't make mana. Gets played here. Pass the turn.
What is it?
Go to Discord.
Good.
Now Alec plays a Wasteland. Potentially a crop rotation. Could be something to watch out for. Kaplan has fetched. Making a mana. Oh, well. Here we go. Crop rotation.
Yep.
After hearing my opener, so like after your comments,
All right. Thespian Stage, and it looks like Alec is going to try and make a Marit Lage here. Yeah, the 2 dice showing 5s is just wrong. It's supposed to be a 6 and a 4, right, chat?
play it. What else did you play?
Ninjas, Dimir 10.
Major error. The Eldrazi spawn made a mana. Attempting to copy Dark Depths with Thespian Stage.
Yeah, Eldrazi spawn.
Yeah, the Wasteland uploaded.
Yeah.
Rome Bot says they do 5 dots. Yeah, that's wrong. Game 2 goes to Alec. That Marrow Age came really early.
Good luck. Good luck.
Moving on to Game 3. I forgot to update the score. Moving on to Game 3. Yeah, you can also use a D10. That is also a legal way to represent 10 ice counters on Dark Depths. Or a D20 on 10. That's also allowed. All right, here's Scalding Tarn. Boseiju, Expiration. Another good start for Alec. If Exploration resolves, that is. And it will. Wasteland Pass. Alec with a tier 3 badge in the chat says, I just ordered 10 plastic mini ducks to represent each ice counter. We'll have to have a talk about that.
Yeah, and stuff like that.
The beads, the little gem things, those are allowed. Those are allowed. Undercity Sewers, Servo. Opening up a possible wasteland here.
Sure.
All right, letting the sewers live. Interesting. Did you think that sewers was going to get blown up, chat? Now we're Nethergoyf. Darth says it felt like bait.
Good.
Now a wasteland for Kaplan. Oinkster says Nethergoyf always underperforms for me. Have you tried attacking with it yet? Maybe try attacking.
He doesn't even grind.
No, we knew that was coming.
That's what
Maybe play the Nethergoyf on turn 1. Maybe do that.
swing for 3.
Play it on turn 1 and then attack attack with it. All right, here's Malevolent Rumble. It's very possible for the meta you're seeing, Oinkster, that the Nethergoyf is just not performing well. That's possible. Generally speaking, though, the card's been pretty good in Legacy. So another Malevolent Rumble happening here. Wasteland on stage in response, it looks like, has happened. And then a Surgical on stage. Ooh, things are getting tricky here. Dismember, Dark Depths, Rumble, Loam. Thespian stage getting Surgical with Malevolent Rumble still on the stack.
And you paid 2 life for that?
I did.
So, if you're watching this later, I encourage you to rewind and watch this game from the beginning one more time. Dave did not... Alec did not use Wasteland on the sewers. Then Dave played Wasteland. Twitch chat was talking about bait. Fast forward a little bit of time. We have this Wasteland on stage in response to a Rumble with a Surgical on stage. This was really well played by Kaplan. Alec also played this really well, not falling for the bait on Undercity Sewers. We could probably continue breaking this down for like another 10 minutes, but there was a lot to learn from the sequencing and the plays from the first couple of turns of this game 3. This was these are two masters like facing off right now in my mind. This was really well done. And we see about why both of these players keep putting up great results at the locals. Kappa, I'm sure, as some of you are aware, if you're, following our community closely, has done well at many Eternal Format events. All right, Pithing Needle is selected off the Rumble. There's the Eldrazi spawn. Dark Depths on the table now. Now Wasteland on the Sewer. So at this point in the game, Alec has decided the Wasteland on the Sewers makes sense. C with a great question. Can you expand more on the choice not to waste the sewers? What benefit did that have with the current state? So Wasteland in lands potentially could protect their Dark Depths combo, for example, by if your opponent has a Wasteland their Wasteland, and then in response they have nothing to do except target either Thespian Stage or Dark Depths, just for example, and then you could just make a Marit Lage in response to that. You can start that chain reaction, and you're advantaged in that exchange. And saving the Wasteland for later might have been the right call. There's also the tendency for people to say, my opponent has one land, I will Wasteland that land away and try and hope that they don't draw another land. But given the situation, Alec had the Wasteland in play. Kaplan fetched a Sewers, seeing the Wasteland on the other side of the table, and that's why Twitch chat was saying that Sewers was bait. Kaplan wanted Alex to Wasteland that Sewers so he can set up Wasteland Surgical.
I'll say blue delta. Sure.
Or why it makes that.
And that's it.
Did I explain that right? Was that clear for everybody? I'm asking for real. Iron says, what is the QR code on the table? That is just for in the LGS, like picking out what table you're sitting at for different activities that go on.
Dismember, Loam, Jesus.
How big is it? Is it lands or creatures?
It's an Otawara in play for Alec. Alec with both the green and blue channel lands from Neon Dynasty in play. Another Malevolent Rumble. Finds Saga, Map, Dark Depths, Forest. If you've been following this game, Dark Depths not very interesting right now. In fact, it's kind of sad. So Map is found. Map could potentially find Urza's Saga, which is another way that Alec could end up attacking for lethal in this game with constructs. That could potentially be the card we find. There's a Loam in hand, a Dismember in hand for Alec. Nothing for Alec to Wasteland at this moment.
That kind of decision making is like very
Good.
Why not take the Forest? I don't think the Forest is super important right now. What does the Forest do? We're not worried about Price of Progress. We're not worried about Wasteland. We're not worried. We have Loam. We're not worried about any of that. So there's an Urza Saga in the graveyard now. That might change the game plan here with Expedition Map. For anyone that missed it, Needle is on Polluted Delta. Bloodstained Mire is the fetch and play for Kaplan right now. The first land drop will be a Yavimaya. That allows Dark Depths to do something now. And then Urza's Saga. Urza's Saga could end up being a big problem for Kaplan as this game progresses. You won't be seeing the copies of Urza Saga because stage has been surgical, but making some constructs, loaming it back. Netherglyph continues to chip away. Sirius says, thanks for explaining, holds back YouTube commenters from going after that play. I mean, seriously, the first couple of turns in this play, like, are worth watching back and, like, take some mental notes. There's probably a lot more that we can add to that discussion, but I worry that people start falling asleep when I talk about the, like, the details of the gameplay. All right, Tabernacle might be chosen here. Given the current board, Tabernacle is clearly not going to be super exciting, but could happen. Wasteland on the Underground Sea. Kaplan's Lands are 2 Bloodstained Mires.
No, I'm saying it's a good card against me.
Ryan says, you said it yourself, legacy players don't know what's going on. Most legacy players have no clue what's happening. They just have no idea what's happening.
Also, once I sniff that, I'll name Black
All right, people are appreciating the commentary. Thanks, everybody. Round of applause from the chat. Okay, looks like an upkeep fetch here with Bloodstained Mire. Keep in mind, Loam is in the graveyard for Alec. Netherglyph is the creature on Kaplan's board. Bajuka Bog is a card that Alec could use here to make some interesting plays. Urza's Saga is available, and the Netherglyph will be paid for. Alex says, did I play an extra land? Here it comes. I wasn't keeping track.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, a Ghost Quarter from Alec here could be amazing.
Yep.
Especially with Expiration, Loam. All right, so making a construct. On end step now is Alec. Urza Saga is about to tick up to Chapter 3. There's another Urza Saga in hand. The wrong construct token. The construct will be paid for. Are we going to dredge? Nope, just going to draw. Make another construct. Search. Camera got bumped. That's okay. Another construct. Looks like Kaplan has a play here. Shieldred's Edict. The polluted delta is needled. Still taps for green. Shieldred's Edict, not bad.
Yeah, this resolves. Yep. And then with the search trigger on the side.
Force pitching days on crop rotation. Good to, at least usually, a good idea to counter crop rotation. Urza Saga is going to search right now for. I mean, we saw Lavaspur Boots in the previous game. All right, well, Boots is the choice.
Side pack cup?
It's fine. This is too much fun.
Side pack cup? The one where you put a counter on it for landfall.
Oh, I will say too, prioritizing Safekeeper is such a house.
First land drop is Urza Saga. Lavaspur Boots will be equipped. Twitch chat debating the power toughness of Netherglyph. I'm sorry, I just was not paying attention to that. And I can't see Dave's full graveyard right now. The players seem to be in agreement on what's going on. Netherglyph only counts its controller's graveyard. So anybody looking at Alex's graveyard, disregard Alex's graveyard. Netherglyph only counts your own graveyard.
Yep.
Malevolent Rumble will find a Mox Diamond. It could add to the power toughness of this construct.
Go ahead.
No, you're absolutely right. Okay, Brainstorm here for Kaplan. Yeah, the Lurglyphs get a little confusing because there's also Barrowglyph, which counts a different number. Potentially. It gets confusing. Yeah, Tabernacle getting missed here. Comp Ariel. Dave has some problems. Jail, maybe, actually.
The only things I can fetch with it are one diamonds. It's not going to control that. No. Nothing except.
Yeah, the Tabernacle being in a weird spot is I don't know. This is Monday Night Legacy, folks. We're doing our best.
I was dead either way.
Both players are missing the Tabernacle. Now Spellbomb getting fired off. Oh, Spellbomb. Oh, that was a previous game. Spellbomb is live.
You can.
Dave has to remember his own trigger. The creatures have the ability granted by the Tabernacle at Pendreville.
Thinking like anything, children's edict, I'm just fatal push, whatever, just ruin everything.
Good.
Alex should hold him to it, though. But I think if anybody was going to be penalized for missing that trigger, it would be Dave. All right, anyways, make another construct. Delver chump blocking here. Alec getting through for some damage, it seems. Kaplan dropped to 5. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Anyway. Acolyte says it's on them both to remember it like every other trigger, but it's considered detrimental to Dave, which is important. Yeah, there's like... someone was asking me recently, like, who... what was the question? Can't remember, but... It's like judge's discretion, like who is positively or negatively affected by the missing of the trigger matters quite a bit for the kind of the outcome of those judge calls. Like if it's clearly to your benefit to miss a trigger, then that factors in. It's not like a blanket applies to all situation. Mox Diamond, discard Dark Depths. That'll grow the construct. As most of you are aware, Dark Depth's a little bit sad at this point in this game 3. Thespian stage was surgical earlier. Thinking about dismembering the Netherglyph.
4/5.
It's currently a 4/5 apparently.
I'll pay 2 life.
That is the match. Netherglyph defeated. Kaplan defeated. Lands, everybody. GG's. The dredge mechanic introduced in original Ravnica for the Golgari Guild and giving us the card Life from the Loam ruined the game forever.
I'll keep it.
Alec on the left with lands, Paul on the right with ninjas.
Fetch.
Prismatic Vista.
I have to remember.
I think welcome to Legacy many times. All these cards are the last time I was playing. Really?
Colorless. Oh, it's just 2 less? But it's 2 less for a colorless Eldrazi. It's not colorless.
Mockingbird. Straight up. Alright.
Okay, turn 1 Mockingbird, okay.
Exploration.
Turn 1 exploration for Alec. That's a bit more exciting than Mockingbird. Yavimaya, Urza's Saga. Your opponent... Okay, let's pretend we don't have the overlay that tells us what deck we're up against. Your opponent goes Prismatic Vista, Basic Island, Mockingbird. What deck are you playing against? I would assume it's like Esper Vial or some crap. I don't know. But they have no Urion. I don't know what's going on.
So you take 1. Trigger.
Yuriko just got ninjutsu'd into play. And now Ingenious Infiltrator off the top. Yuriko can deal some damage in a hurry.
You're using 2 mana of this, right?
Yep.
You can't because it's not colored. It's not colored.
Caracas not bad there at all. Bounces the Yuriko immediately. That Caracas hurt. That's why you put it in the deck. Malevolent Rumble. Taking a look at the top. Thespian Stage, Ancient Tomb, Urza's Saga, Crop Rotation. That is a Thespian Stage, folks. Edge of Eternities has been out now for a little while. Memorize all the cards.
And then I got a spawn.
There's an Eldrazi spawn. Urza's Saga is currently on Chapter 2. Thespian Stage gets played. Usually the ninja strategy of trying to get through with some hits with some relatively small creatures doesn't line up well against the land's game plan. I'm going to have to see how Paul can fight what already looks like an uphill battle here in Game 1. Ryan says go on Gatherer and keep hitting Refresh. Yeah, go on Gatherer, go on Scryfall, just keep hitting Refresh and looking at random cards. Memorize them all.
Recast Mockingbird. No targeting anything. And pass the turn. Just
All right, replays the Mockingbird. It's just a 1/1 flyer for 1 mana. Flying Men. Was that the name of the card? Why does that sound wrong? I don't know.
It's X is 0. But I mean, the game over
and then using the green. Insert sugar on the stack. I'm gonna.
so then how you paying for that?
Yep.
All right, Crop Rotation with Urza's Saga's ability on the stack. Taller Eric barges into the chat, says Ninjas versus Lands. What is this 2022? Yeah, with power creep and Wizards Wizards printing a new card every week. Legacy is unrecognizable now. Anyway, let's watch some Ninjas versus Lands on 90s MTG. Look at this power creep. Look at Mockingbird, everybody.
Even though it was definitely
Nearly every card in Alex's deck is from like forever ago.
First land drop. Cast Loam. Targeting.
Ooh, Life in the Loam. Saga, Ancient Tomb, not bad.
Targeting. Thespian Sage, Dark Depths, and Urza Saga.
Yeah.
Marit Lage equipped with the boots attacked. Mockingbird is dead. And Twitch chat saying Paul is in a really bad spot.
First land drop.
Yeah, I was playing.
Another Urza Saga, not bad. Paul's still trying. Resolving a ponder. Darth says, can't you pair lands into Storm, Chris? I want to see lands get dunked on for once. Could happen.
Having one of those as like a good thing is pretty sick for the games where Archon is not good enough, but that
Strategic Betrayal.
Strategic Betrayal. Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
That wasn't bad at all. That was actually pretty good. Dark Depths, Thespian Stage.
You got it.
All right, that gets the scoop. Lands takes game one. Toller Eric calling it a powerful meta call. Twitch chat impressed with the spice. It was a little late in that game, yeah. It was a little late. Strategic Betrayal, though, making an appearance there, pretty cool.
it might just be the case that you're right, and like I found this.
One card on the bottom for Paul, who's on the play here for game two. Polluted Delta Pass.
There's not that many people working on this.
Most people watching this channel have never seen Strategic Betrayal before in their life. And they think the newest Magic set is either Drift. Just have no idea what's happening.
I found out a lot of the things when I started playing things.
Beseiju Who Endures, found by Once Upon a Time. Great way to start a game. I like Beseiju a lot. The channel lands from Neon Dynasty were so great for Legacy. Obviously, not all 5 of them see a lot of play, but perfect for Legacy, those cards. There's a Thespian Stage. Malevolent Rumble once again. There's another one. Odawara, another channel land from Neon Dynasty. Disruptor Flute is another option here for Alec. 2 Dismembers are getting thrown away. The selection will be the Flute. The Flute could be interesting. Could potentially name a ninja. Oh, thank you, Alec.
That was a weird stuff. Yeah, definitely for sure.
Wasteland. That's fun. Yeah, that's I feel like back when like Delver decks used to play like Stifles. Like Dimir would be like the Stifle, Wasteland, Stifle.
So now Alec has that Eldrazi spawn in play.
Someone has won a challenge with a Delver deck.
Yeah, it's outdated.
Yeah, another Mox Diamond. Discarding Beseiju. And then Lava Spur Boots. Well, a really productive first turn for Alec here in game two. The Delta's going to get cracked here. Maybe we're going to surveil. Yep.
All kinds of step ups.
Take a photo of
I have a folder of like screenshots.
Lava Spur Boots, another great addition to Legacy. It's made it into a lot of these Urza Saga decks. a good one. Any other favorite cards from the past year, 2 years, chat, that you'd like to share with the class? Favorite cards? What cards win Best of 2024 awards?
I just want to say.
Best of 2025 awards. All the new Goyfs. Strong agree on that. Those were great. We need a white lure Goyf. What would it even do? I have no idea.
I draw my cards every time I play Magic.
Koi Steel Cutter, Ugin, Eye of the Storms. That's a good one. Stock up, chart the star course. Life Goyf, yeah. Quantum Riddler does seem neat. I don't know if it's going to be good enough for Legacy at this point, though. People are trying it, though. I'm seeing it in lists here and there. Posted online. Here's Dark Depths. Uh-oh.
I had to hope that you don't have another land drop, and
Yeah.
if you want to cut, feel free.
I will play
Cards here?
4.
4 cards in hand for Paul.
Yeah, go ahead. In your upkeep.
So what was the question around whether you could use the Eldrazi Temple to
Yeah, with that on the
yeah,
stack.
because it's like a colorless Eldrazi spell and they're not colorless. What's the conflict between Painter and the Void? Did you try to cast a spell with the Void? Was that bad?
Yeah, there was a Bowmaster that killed the Eldrazi spawn, and it ended up mattering here quite a bit.
I'm wondering,
Yeah, Planner Nexus is such a good one.
so like if you play your spell,
On the stack. Brainstorm.
Yep.
I love cards like Planner Nexus that over the long term will become more and more interesting, much like Urza's Saga, where like more things will be affected by it or whatever. I think you get what I mean.
That's good.
Let's say
versus the Void. Yeah.
Petty Theft.
Yep.
And then
Now I draw. Play land. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Flute on Petty Theft is rough.
Move to combat.
Yep.
Swing for 1.
No.
Okay, you take 1.
Yeah, Sudden Edict is a possibility. People rooting for ninjas here. Twitch chat definitely on Paul's side, it seems.
Mockingbird targeting. This will find this. So I'll hit you for 1.
Okay, a Mockingbird copying Bowmaster. Hit you for 1, make an Orc army. Can potentially block Marit Lage, not the worst. Maze of Ith. What does that do? I mean, not super important at the moment, but could do something in the long term.
I'll Sligo.
Yeah, just going to pass the turn. Not the land Alec wanted. Exactly. Doesn't have enough mana to make a Marit Lage and equip it. Twitch chat cheering for Paul here. Petty Theft named by the flute. It looks like we'll make Petty Theft not a possibility right now. Attacking. Mockingbird on defense.
Yeah, maybe I could have. You finally became off of the made it also bounce a lot. What is this? Man, this is so aggressive. How does this function without dying?
Okay. Baragoyf is going to be interesting. Gonna make a Marit Lage now. Remember, Mockingbird is available to block as of right now. There's Marit Lage. It's not equipped yet. It will probably get equipped. Alec does have the Maze of Ith, which could affect things with the Baragoyf. Malevolent Rumble. There's a Saga. Beseiju. And another flute. Force of Vigor is the other card? Is that a Force of Vigor? What's that last card in the pile, actually? I couldn't see it.
These cards bring it home for me.
I just couldn't tell what it was. So Meryl Age is attacking. The equipment gets tapped. Mockingbird gets blocked. Does the blocking. Oh, it was Force of Vigor. Okay, I was right.
So this is on your end. Oh, you can't do that because you're already assigned. I can catch that.
So you're doing good with
Well, now Petty Theft is kind of unlocked to play through the flute, but the Merit Lage is equipped with the Lava Spur Boots, which has the ward, so gonna need a little bit more mana.
Combat?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna maze the Baraglyph, which makes sense. 2 damage gets through. That is the match. Alec gets it. GG's. GG's.
Looks like you got it.
All right, I'm on the left with 4-color Loam. Ed on the right with Dimir Tempo. Getting ready to go. Turn 1, Tamio. Pass the turn. Pretty good.
2.
Wasteland. That card's good. All right, Tamio attacks. Makes a clue. Verdant Catacombs pass. Tamio, one of the best creatures in the format right now. And maybe on the watch list, Jack. What other cards are on the watch list, by the way? Does anyone have the list in front of them right now and can, like, let us know which cards are on there? All right, now I'll ponder for Ed here on turn 2. Or turn 3? I don't know. What turn is it?
Turn.
Yeah, Basic Island might be on the watch list, yeah. Polluted Delta's been making waves, yeah. They already banned it in Pioneer, right? What's Pioneer? Sirius says, is Deadpool on the watch list yet? Not yet. Not yet. Give it another couple of months. It's going to be a Deadpool mirror in the Eternal Weekend Finals, and people are going to be like, what card is that? Watch.
Islands. So 8.
Remember Triumph of St. Catherine, chat? I warn people all the time. Legacy players have no idea what's going on. They just have no clue what's happening. Taller Eric pointing out, remember Metamorphosis Fanatic. Exactly. Exactly. Is that from Unfinity? Just no clue what's happening. Pioneer is an audio company. Yeah, why were CDJs mentioned on stream at one point? I don't remember. All right, so Tamio got blown up by an Abrupt Decay. Wow. Tamio's too good. Get that out of here.
Green does not. Oh no.
All right, Wasteland on my bayou. I respect it. Pachuca Bog. So is it clear at this point in the game? Let's forget that we have overlays on the bottom of the screen and that we can see what decks we're actually seeing here. If you're in my seat, are you thinking you could be against a Reanimator based on what we've seen so far? What do you think about that, chat? So Thoughtseize took Baraglyph, which makes a lot of sense. Replacement Tamio gets played.
Yes, these will go into graveyard. You can so I'm going to cast Loam.
Yep,
that's good. Cast trigger. I will get the key in the ring. And then these go.
Looks like my hand is Bowmaster, Endurance, Badlands, Shifting Woodland, and Talon Gates of Madara.
Play my land for turn.
Going right after Tamio now.
Let me count those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll go to discard. Discard tower.
All right, pitching force on my swords, protecting Tamio. Dimir, rather, Ed knows that his Dimir game plan in this situation is to protect Tamio. Tamio flipping here could be a big problem for me. Yo Soy Fuego says, great game, great knowledge of the game, good content, keep going. Thank you, Diego.
That's right. So that one can tutor.
Shifting Woodland in play on my side now. Yeah, wondering what the read of the situation here. I sat down knowing what Ed was playing because I know Ed and this was like the third round or whatever. But there's a chance if you did not know Ed, you might think you're up against Reanimator still at this point. Endurance getting flashed in now to potentially block Tamio, it looks like. Ed is going to fetch.
No.
Okay. Do you take this opportunity to try and block Tamio or leave Bowmaster up?
Yes.
City Sewer, Serval. I tried to rush that Tamio, removing it with swords. That didn't work out. Trying another way to get it off the board. Fatal Push hits my Endurance, though. Ed's cards in hand have lined up well with what I'm trying to be doing here to stop Tamio.
I don't believe so, no.
Twitch chat saying the Force of Will to protect Tamio would suggest that this is not Reanimator. The Fatal Push also kind of gives it away at this point. Important things to think about, though, if you're out there in the wild playing Legacy. Sometimes the Reanimator decks can look like Dimir Tempo. Sometimes the Tempo decks can look like Reanimator. If you're not looking at the details and looking at your opponent's plays, you can kind of miss, you know, what am I trying to say? You can miss some possible moves you can make if you're not kind of paying attention to details. Like, would a Reanimator player protect Tamio with a Force of Will, for example?
So this one, you can only get
Urzasaka. Wow.
Yeah, go ahead. Top 200, right? Go ahead.
All right, Bowmaster and Badlands in my hand, plus an unknown card. Urzasaga now on the table. Tamio still sticking around. Ed has a clue. Gonna make a second clue. Kaito. Bane of Nightmares. Now we're definitely not up against Reanimator, if you're still wondering. So Kaito gets through. This card, Kaito, for some reason, has beaten me so many times recently at the locals. I just keep losing matches to Kaito. Maybe it should go on the watch list. Kaito's really good on this current board. I don't have a way to attack it yet. Next turn I can start making some constructs, of course. Yeah.
Cast flutes. Name the one ring. Yes.
Monster. Do one damage to you.
Roll master resolves.
Can't turn the game, right?
No.
6 before.
Yeah, Kaito has hexproof right now. Before I get to untap and take my turn, Bone Master will be fatally pushed.
So use everything. So 6.
Ed's hand is lining up really well. Protecting Kaito here. There's a saga about to tick up to chapter 2. Is Shifting Woodland live right now? I don't think I have Delirium right now.
I have enchantments, lands, sorcery, right? Okay.
Oh, did you pack me? Yeah. I think I'm 19. So because you happens on the end stuff, right? Okay, so instantly draw, and then you made
1/1 Orc Army. Gonna attack Kaito. Kaito will take a damage.
no, that's this deck is like
White.
this is not no longer.
White of the Reliquary. This card's good.
To choose between these guys.
Force pitching Tamio. Watching this back, I feel like I can't catch a break. Everything I'm doing is getting blown up and countered. It's kind of funny, actually. I'm getting destroyed. Go.
Yep. There's balance.
Stop killing my stuff. All right, Urza Saga can make a construct here. Kaito attacking.
3.
Darth says Tamio is a messed up card. It's a good one. Okay, looks like Kaito's using its 0 ability right now.
Make a construct.
Darth asking about potentially wastelanding my saga using woodland to make a baroglyph and all that stuff. I think my plan here. I don't think I had enough mana for that, but I think my plan here is to get Urza Saga into the graveyard on the following turn, kind of naturally, and go from there. Shopper, thank you for the sub with Prime. Shopper says hello, sweet to see the show on live finally. Good to have you here, Shopper. Thanks for catching us live. It's comments in the chat saying, as someone who's gotten into Cradle decks, I feel you, Chris. Stop killing my creatures. There's a saga is resolving here. The freaking construct died. Mox Diamond, discard Badlands. So Tamio's back on the board. Kaito's on the board. Urza's, Bowmaster plus Orc Army are on the board. Lot of tempo.
Make this baroglyph.
Any permanent?
Yeah, any any permanent.
Yeah.
So Shifting Woodland is baroglyph right now.
Yeah. So enchantment, land, creature, instant. You have.
Now, okay. Let's break this down a little bit. Decisions I was thinking about in this game. Do I want to make Shifting Woodland a baroglyph now and attack, or have it available to block on defense? One of my reasons for trying to go on offense was to gain life. Another reason was if I make it a Baraglyph on Ed's turn, Ed could just not attack and then stun it or something like that. Or whatever. Anyway.
Oh. Yeah.
I think you get what I mean.
So 5.
Yeah, I could also get blown up by removal. There's a lot of things that could go really wrong if I try to go on defense with the woodland, is I guess the point I was trying to make. So I felt like going on offense was the great choice, especially since I had nothing else to do with my mana. Also, a wasteland just like blows it up, like, and then I don't never even get to use it. It's very vulnerable. Shifting Woodland's effect only lasts until end of turn as well.
Nothing to exile. Yeah. I will plus 9.
Toller Eric with a question, why not block with the Orc army? So potentially having an extra creature on the board. We saw White of the Reliquary before, which there's only one in my list, but Grist could show up and I'll need a creature to sack immediately. Things like that. I wanted to keep a creature on the board if I can to keep some outs available. We'll see how that works out. I'm not big on throwing my creatures away unless I really need to with this deck.
7. Tap blue. I will pay 3 here.
Now Ed has a Murktide.
Draw a card off repeal.
So my Shifting Woodland turning into a Baraglyph trick, not so interesting now. And now I'm feeling like I'm way behind in this game. In the early turns of this game, you know, I was kind of kidding around that Ed kept killing all my creatures and blowing all my stuff up on the stack. That hurt pretty bad, and now we ended a position where I agree with Darth that I'm pretty cooked right now.
You got 4 cards in?
One less Fatal Push, one less Counterspell. It's a different game, I think. But Ed had the defenses he needed. I went right after that Tameo. I eliminate that Tameo early on. Kaito doesn't get to ninjutsu. We're just seeing a totally different game, you know. Shows how close those early turn, how much those early turn plays, and how close this game was early on. Here's Moloch. X is 3.
Just creatures, yeah.
I didn't take this yet, right?
And that would leave you with no cards in your hand?
No cards in here.
Another counterspell. Force pitching Brainstorm on the Moloch. Ouch.
Still in stuff.
Chat liking how I keep the play area neat. Listen, folks. If we've learned anything from this channel, it's how to arrange your board the correct way. And that includes your tokens. Big attack crashing in, and I'm thinking, is there any way that me making any decision here matters?
Mark here. Take 7. Go 7.
All right, take 7, drop to 7. Kaito trigger now. Off the top of the deck right now, there's not a lot that's going to be super interesting. Except for like swords on Murktide. Now Tamio will flip after Belful Strix. Still have the Shifting Woodland, which is something, but Baleful Strix is available. Undercity Sewer Surveil. Life from the Loam. Life from the Loam now. All right. Thanks, Dak.
Naked Barglyph. Attacks.
All right, making it a Baraglyph. Gonna attack. Either Kaido or Tamio, I guess, and get blocked by the Strix. Okay, Baleful Strix blocks.
Block or so because you're at
Creature, sorcery, enchantment. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll block him before damage. I'll push my own.
Oh, you got it.
All right, block him with the Strix, not even giving me a chance to gain life because it got pushed, and game 1 goes to Ed.
So now we'll try.
Well, things didn't come together in game 1. Game 2 on the play, mulligan to 6, Forest Pass. Thoughtseize. All right, we're going to get to see my hand. Eumidian Hatchery, Urza Saga, Swords to Plowshares, Orcish Bowmaster, Sylvan Library. Whoa. Coming in hot with this hand, right, chat? Oh, wow.
No, this was from last turn because I filtered for one and then I paid.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Right. So I'm going.
All right, Sylvan Library is selected by Thoughtseize. I'll leave my hand up. Was really hoping to play a turn 2 Sylvan Library. We're just going to move on.
I'll name Carnegie.
Going for Saga, not going to leave Bowmaster up. I don't remember what the other card I drew was. There's Ponder.
Nine.
Yeah, or you
15.
I'm sure I remember what I drew. I know that the sooner I get Urza Saga to pop and find a Mox Diamond, the sooner I'll be able to cast Swords to Plowshares. And as of right now, being able to, well, the Wasteland happened, but being able to on the following turn hold up Bowmaster and or make a construct was a sequence I liked. Now the Eumidian Hatchery is on the battlefield. Card's been pretty good for me. Alright, there's an Undercity Sewer, Surveil. Pass the turn. Pale Life. Bowmaster.
No cards now.
My deck does not have Dark Depths or Thespian Stage.
So like if I were to like work on this way and then give it boost.
Attack for 2.
Elvish Reclaimer. Pass the turn. Fatal Push my Reclaimer. This card, Fatal Push, is broken, chat.
I'll pay a life, put a counter on this.
All right, Pay a Life, put a counter on the Hatchery. It's got 2 hatch counters on it now.
Attack for 2?
Yeah.
All right, the Bowmaster defeated my Bowmaster. Wasteland gets played here.
Pass you.
Now, we're at a key point in this game, at least from my perspective. I could fetch and find a Swords. I just played the Wasteland, and Twitch chat almost on cue asked, how do we blow up the hatchery? Sometimes I'm sacking it to Reclaimer. Sometimes I'm wastelanding my own hatchery. And at this point in the game, I've decided whether it's right or wrong, so to speak, and I'm saying right or wrong in almost in air quotes, as far as like what is the optimal play. I'm going to waste my hatchery, make some insects, and see how the game plays out. I'm going to make 3 of them. Right now, I'm blowing up 2 of my own lands. I don't need 4 lands right now. I'm going to block Bowlmaster. Later in this game, Life from the Loam, like the contents of my deck. Life from the Loam 6 is in my deck. I'm thinking... All right, there's Tamio. I'm thinking with Grist and all the stuff that I can do, having these insects could potentially benefit me in the long term. Sometimes, in my opinion, when you're trying out a new card, I like to take some risks, make some plays that maybe don't seem necessarily optimal or correct, but I want to see how they work out, and this is one of those situations.
I'll make a clue.
Very early into testing this Eumidian Hatchery card, I decided, like, I'm going to try and just blow this thing up, make a couple of insects, and see where this card kind of gets... Yeah, limit test. Exactly. Something like that.
3. Yep. 2. 5. Gotcha.
There's freaking Kaido again.
4, 3 then? Yep. 1. Yep. Next is 5. Sky and this one.
So Kaido has made another appearance. It is going to plus it, make an emblem. Do we fetch Swamp off Flutter Strand? I didn't see it. If so, that's an error. Attacking here with the insects. Kaido drops to 3. Talon Gates phase out nothing. Fetch with Verdant Catacombs.
Yeah, nothing's phased out. And lose 3.
Yep. Creepy insect.
Keen-Eyed Curator. This card's been good.
Top 3. Answer? Yeah.
Force Pitch Ponder. Stop killing my creatures. Damn it.
Use 1. Top 3. Here you go.
Oh, I'm saying
So Kaido lives on. The Curator would have been a good way to start dealing a lot of damage here.
Just gonna uptick Kaido.
Yep. Yeah, maybe Commander is more my speed. I'll just be able to play my cards and nobody removes them. Its comment says, let me play the game. Yeah, let me play the game, Ed. Come on.
No, it's 1 or less. You can get Chalice.
He can't.
Yes.
It's CMC.
Yeah, it's 1 or less. So that's what I'm saying. It's not 1 or 0. That's Saga.
Got it. Yeah.
And it can get colored permanently.
Yes.
All right, let the other card on top. Barrogoyf. That's pretty good. I do have a swords in hand.
So what's his power?
Instant sorcery, land, creature on my side.
I got enchantment.
So we have 5.
5 power on this Barrogoyf. Attacking Kaido for 2. The insects have flying.
So Kaido will go to 2.
I use 2. Go ahead.
Passing the turn, there was an opportunity with Ed tapped out to swords here, but I can't remember what was in my hand. I guess we'll find out. Maybe. Abrupt Decay on the okay. Abrupt Decay on the Barrogoyf, save swords for later. Well, now I remember. Barrogoyf down.
Oh yeah.
Top 1. 4. Take 2. 7. This. And then
Yes.
so, pin for 4.
Yep.
A flip Tamio could shut down my insects. A brainstorm happening here will allow for Tamio to flip. It will plus shut down my offense. My swords will not be able to remove Tamio before it becomes a planeswalker, which is unfortunate. White of the Reliquary. We were talking a little bit before about the insects, the hatchery. Do we waste the hatchery and make some insects, even though there are only 3 hatch counters? All that stuff we were talking about before. The white will have some food to play with if it had resolved, but it got countered. And, oh, man.
11, 13.
Thanks a lot, Ed. Maybe I will switch to Commander, chat. I'm just sick of getting my creatures killed. I'm upset. So Ed has Ed has had every possible Force of Will and Fatal Push, right, chat? I'm so unlucky.
3, 4, 5.
Ed has 2 planeswalkers on the battlefield. My creatures are basically 0 power. Kaido got chumped. 3 Kaido emblems on Ed's side. Force of Will gets retrieved by Tamio. Cracking a clue now.
Up 6. Kaido.
4 Kaido emblems now. Kaido at 4 loyalty. Tamio at 1. We know Ed has Force in hand right now. My Swords of Plowshares is not super relevant at the moment.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to.
It's not simply, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, on the battlefield. Yeah.
So I'm going to filter this for purple mana.
Nothing in my graveyard is relevant at the moment as far as... Well, never mind. Here's Life in the Loam.
6, 7, 10, and yeah, 12.
Yeah.
And I'll use this to portal for 12.
Looks like the choices are going to be Urza's Saga, Eumidian Hatchery, and Wasteland.
That's fine.
8.
That's not true. The Hatchery 1/1 insects just have flying. They can block anybody. Except for creatures with horsemanship or shadow.
I mean, that was so scary so fast.
We almost didn't got that Kuma. I was like,
Urza's Saga. Pass the turn. So I have an insect that could block here. We're going to stun the insect.
Yes.
That is the match. Well played by Ed. GG's. Now, just to kind of debrief that game, would I waste my Eumidian Hatchery that early in the game again? Probably not, but I'm kind of glad I tried it.
My sleeves are just slightly off.
Move to second base.
It's been much better. Good luck. Go.
All right, so Alec on the left, Nick on the right. Lands versus Painter. Mountain Pass. Exploration or Saga. Yeah, the lands decks usually have some stuff to fight off Blood Moons. Boseiju is one. Otawara. Here's Painter Servant. It's going to name blue.
The saga?
I think they copies things.
Yeah.
Red Elemental Blast, blow up the Saga. Is it better to blow up Saga or Expiration? Maybe Saga. Yeah, Twin Shot Sniper is a card that lands decks have in the sideboard these days. Another channel card from Neon Dynasty. Darth liking the red blast on Urza Saga. Getting excited in the chat. Everybody calm down. Darth in the chat says they love land death, but is apparently not a fan of the lands deck, which is interesting.
Grindstone.
Flute on Grindstone's going to hurt a little bit here.
Okay, so I'll take drop for turn. 2. And I'll take 2. I'll cast a Fable. I'll swing for 1.
Fable of the Mirror Breaker, still seeing a lot of legacy play in 2025. This card is amazing. It kind of feels like we're watching Legacy today, and there are a lot of Neon Dynasty cards. Should we be upset? I'm starting to feel upset, chat. One set has too many cards in the format.
Actually, there's
I get upset very easily when it comes to Magic cards. Cyrona says, as a crown prince of pizza, Chris, do you enjoy a good margarita pizza? I do like margarita pizza, actually. There's Malevolent Rumble. Dark Depths is found. As a lifelong New Yorker, though, I definitely prefer a good old regular New York slice. There's life in the Loam.
Yeah.
Do we have any foodies watching? Do we have anybody that is a food connoisseur the way some of these people are for Magic cards?
Yeah.
Here's Exploration. Caracas.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right. Some people in the chat are food. Some people in the chat eat food. There's Grafdigger's Cage. It's in the main these days. Some people will see Grafdigger's Cage in the main for the lands deck, and it like signals to them that the meta is bad and all this stuff. But for me, I'm like, you know what? I like that. I like when the meta changes and new things have to be tried. New things have to be done that wouldn't ordinarily be done, let's say. And there's a little bit of a sliding scale on that. Like sometimes it's taken too far. And, you know, we have, like in some of the smaller formats, you know, you'll see a deck with like 4 Grafdigger's Cage in the main. Then we're talking about a different situation. Just for example, if that hypothetically did happen. Karn the Great Creator is pretty good here. Tormod's Crypt. Exile the Graveyard. Shut off Loam. Both players are making some big plays. Darth pointing out the fact that Nick didn't discard to draw with the Chapter 2 on Fable has to be terrifying for Alec. That's a good point. It means Nick's hand is probably pretty good right now. Nick also has a treasure at the moment. So plenty of mana. Reflections of Kiki Jiki is about to appear. There it is. Alec has a Dark Depths on the table and an Urza Saga with 2 chapter counters on it. So there have to... Ooh, Chaos Defiler. There has to be some caution here for Marit Lage and Dark Depths and all that stuff. Chaos Defiler is a nasty one.
You would choose. You're not going to tell me what that is. It's got to be nothing bad. So it's pretty.
This card was introduced to us in the Warhammer set. We were talking earlier on today's stream about like sub formats or whatever, that like Legacy with no cards that are not passing through standard. I mean, I love cards like Chaos Defiler for this format, personally. What a strange, interesting, perfect card.
Disruptor Flute.
Okay, we're going to blow up the Disruptor Flute here. Erasing the little whiteboard token thing. Karn is going to minus now. I'm somewhat worried still about Marit Lages and Lavaspur Bootses and stuff like that. So attacking, making a treasure. Alex going to accept the damage. Pithing Needle.
What?
Crop rotation. Sack most of your stuff.
Sure.
What did I miss? The
Thespian stage.
I guess the boots would be irrelevant with Karn, yeah. Thespian stage found here with the crop rotation, which is kind of scary.
Activate Thespian stage.
Yeah, just
There's a trigger when I cast it.
Activate Thespian stage.
Remove a Loam card that costs less.
Marit Lage will be created here in response to Needle.
And I'm just dead.
And it says creatures you control get +1/+0. Okay.
Marit Lage takes game 1. Lands up a game. Twitch chat booing.
Go to the bottom. Only go to the bottom.
It's kind of funny to boo in the chat. I know we're not directing these boos at the players. It's more just the people of the chat having their favorite decks and whatnot. GG with a question. Can I again explain like I'm 5 what happened there? So there was a Pithing Needle on the stack. In response, Alec crop rotated away a land, found Thespian stage, made a Marit Lage. Pithing Needle resolved. Nothing he could name can stop Marit Lage from attacking. Nick just scooped, had nothing to block Marit Lage. Mox Diamond. Discarding Urza Saga. There's that damn exploration again. Did they test this card, chat? Like, I just feel like Exploration should have been in a Commander set and not in Standard and not legal in my format, you know? It's too good. Anyway, here's Lavaspur Boots, Ancient Tomb. The tap land on Alex's side is Thespian stage. Some of you still haven't memorized all of the Stellar Sights cards. Painter name's blue. We saw what that is capable of in game 1 with a red blast blowing up an Urza Saga. Lord pointing out mental misstep could help the situation. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just feeling feelings of despair, chat, you know? Format's just not what it could be if I was in charge, you know? I'm distraught, you know? So Dark Depths on the battlefield along with Thespian stage. We're in a similar position as when game 1 ended, where Marit Lage is pending. Painter attacks. Alec is fine with it. Alec is going to go for it here and try and make a Marit Lage. Do we have a red blast? to blow up Thespian Stage once it's a copy. Let's see.
Activating Thespian Stage.
Oh, it's Thespian Stage. Okay. I'll Power Blast Dark Depths.
That's fine.
All right, Dark Depths get blown up in response. I guess. I'm unsure if that's better than waiting for it to be copied. But we'll see how this works out. Because now Thespian Stage is still on the table. That could be problematic. We're going to have to see how this goes. Here's Life in the Loam. Targeting Saga, Dark Depths, I guess.
Disruptive Flute. Name a Thespian Stage.
Okay.
And then Loam's fine.
Okay, so Stage is getting shut off here by a Flute in response to a Loam. The Flute's not too bad.
First line drop. Second.
Dark Depths gets replayed. Yeah, backing up a little bit. The timing for the Pyroblast there didn't appear to be correct to me. The maybe better way is to wait for Thespian Stage to become a copy of Dark Depths, put its sacrifice trigger on the stack, then blow that up so Alec loses 2 lands. Here's Goblin Engineer. Puts a Grindstone into the graveyard. Grindstone's not shut off. Painter is on the battlefield. Goblin Engineer could unlock some great plays next turn. Nick's not in a bad position. Also worth pointing out, and a possible misplay here, both players using green sleeves. That seems suboptimal to me.
Table?
Two sorceries in there.
Six for 1.
Fable of the Mirror Breaker, another one of the sagas. Thank you, Wizards, for all the saga cards. We love them. Now they make sagas in every freaking set. I'm so sick of it.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, Goblin Engineer will be shut off by the Flute on Alec's side, which makes a lot of sense. It was threatening combo.
On top.
Azak with a great question. Chat, what do I buy? Dragon Shields or Katanas? That's a big question coming in. Some people have very strong feelings about sleeves. All right, here's Expedition map. Trying to think what we could find here. There are some interesting plays with a map. Urza's Saga is live right now. We'll think about that later. Urza's Saga, Fable ticked up to 2. Nick chose not to discard. Plays a Lotus Petal. 3 mana. Ooh, a Braid on the Flute, floating a mana. That's pretty good.
I'll move to combat. Swing for 2, trigger.
Swing with the Goblin Shaman, make a treasure. Nick playing this well right now. When do we combo?
I'll respond.
Second the map.
Engineer. sacking flute, targeting grindstone.
Feels like two very one-sided matches.
Grindstone target you.
Oh no, I'm still responding to the target.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so the swap of well, it's not a swap with engineer, but the targeting of grindstone in the graveyard is on the stack. Nick got a little bit ahead of things here. Both flutes are gone though.
Got confused.
With engineer, you have to sack the artifact. It doesn't swap like welder.
Well, that's tapped, right? The map.
The map,
because I'm responding.
Yeah,
to
the map is tapped, but this is still
okay.
If you're playing with the aggro crop rotation,
Crop rotation was the last card in hand. Ouch. All right, that exiles the graveyard. That was really unfortunate for Nick. Trying to remember now. Was Alec tapped out on Nick's turn? No, right? The map resolving now. Oh wait, no. Hold on. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The people who rewind this and watch it back will be able to see that all a little bit more clearly than my memory right now. But that is the match. Alec gets it. GG's. Some booing coming in the chat. People wanted Painter to get the game. It didn't happen. Who is to blame? Wizards of the Coast. They are to blame. Wow. Yeah. I mean, the format's just not what we want, you know? It's all not the way we want it, you know? Yeah. It's all really sad. I'll wrap up today's stream by reminding everybody that we are victims and that Wizards hates us personally. So, goodbye, everybody. Stick around for a raid. I'll see everybody soon. Peace out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna